Hello, this is Casiuas, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force. Today we are fighting in the streets of Alterone. And one of the interesting things about this battle is it actually has two fronts, so I'm going to be splitting my party mostly in half because we have this river that cuts right through the town. Some of the enemies will be to the north of the river, and some of them will be to the south. Now I am going to want to make sure that I have a healer on each side of the team, or each group. And I am taking the main character north, and my knights are going to go east. I had to think which way was my directions for a second there. And this is another one of those moments where I just kind of wonder where the townspeople went. There's not that many buildings that they could really hide in. I guess there was a couple that had basements, but this seems like it was such short notice. They wouldn't really have time to hide. Now, with this battle, there is an introduction of a new enemy, which is the mage. So, the bonus that magic cuts through defense, yeah, it's a double-edged sword, because the enemy magic will deal more damage to us too. That is actually why I am sending two healers with the upper group, because they are going to be the ones that end up confronting the mage. Even though the mage is on the outside of the river, by the time my east group makes their way up, the north group should have already confronted them. Okay folks, sorry about that brief interruption. My youngest two decided they wanted to fuss, even though it is past their bedtime. So I had to go take care of them real quick. Now, as I was saying, I have my groups a little bit split unevenly because the amount of enemies that they should be confronting, which that bat shouldn't be coming down this way, it never does, should be less than the upper group, because usually the bats would swarm them, and then I have the rune knights and the mage that I will have to deal with. Okay, the computer AI is just acting ridiculous. I don't know why. Every time that I go to record, something odd happens. Like, usually those rune knights, they would not leave from the front of the bridge. I must have the lower group a little bit too far forward compared to how I usually have them. Because the way the AI works is there's a balance depending on how far your characters have progressed across the map. The computer reacts differently. So, like, if I was to take my entire group and run them along the east side, they would... basically, the AI would come around and try to attack me from behind. Teo gets used her Blaze level 2. I'm hoping that we can take that Rune Knight out before he gets to move again. I'm also taking advantage of Kin's distance That way I can attack from afar and not really have to worry about him getting touched. Basically, Mei is going to be our main tank for the East group. Okay, and then I got Luke and Gort, who should be our tanks for the North group. They're the two that I want to have absorbing the most damage. They have the highest defense. And they are basically hand-to-hand combat fighters anyway. Just like Mei, I have not equipped her with a spear. Usually with my knights I carry a spear and a lance. Actually, it is more important to take out this knight so he doesn't kill our mage. That would be unfortunate. And like I said, now the rest of the bats are falling into line against the North group. If we take this bat out, we'll actually be a little ahead compared to normal. That is not too bad. I'm kind of curious how the enemy controls these bats anyway, because they don't have any collar, they don't know if they use like secret high-pitched sounds to teach them to attack, or if they just let them go wild, and what keeps them from attacking their own allies. Should be well enough. Let's go ahead and have low attack, even though I know he's not going to really do much damage. Alright, 2 points. That's still better than a sharp stick in the eye. Like Hans says. How do you... Twice! Yeah, bat the size of a car right in front of you and you miss twice. So far in this playthrough, we've actually been pretty lucky and haven't really had any characters been put to sleep. The nice thing about magic is it is a guaranteed hit. The hit algorithms in the game do not count towards magic. And of course, the giant bats do have a high agility, which is why I tend to like to have them attack the northern group, because I do have my mage up there, which means she is guaranteed to hit, which so far most of the north group hasn't had a trouble. It's another level for our main character. I did not realize the healer would be given preference over the knight. Usually most monsters don't seem to care one way or the other about most... Oh, I hate bats. About most of the characters other than like the main character and the mages. Now our main character is getting some defense. He shouldn't have to worry too much about injury, but we do have both of our healers. It's gonna attack the Rune Knight. Which, the last couple battles I have tried to say that, and I've paid dearly for it. At least the very first one, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep his health topped off. Once he gets to level 10 and I promote him, I will be using the stat boosting items on him, just because when you promote a character, they lose stats, which is why I don't want to use the stat boosting items to begin with. Let's get Chris in there and let her attack. I mean, the knight would have a preference over the main character, the healer, anyway, so I wouldn't have any fear about it killing her. Our characters are progressing pretty good. I'm gonna bring May over here, get her between Ken and that. Even though he'd most like... There we go. Finally somebody can hit the bat other than the freaking healer. That's sad when the healer has better accuracy than most of the other characters. I would prefer if Teo was dealing the last blow to these bats, just because of the extra experience that you receive, but the main character is fine. As long as it's one of those two that's mostly getting the extra experience. Alright, Ken. There we go. Okay, now our group can actually start to progress. Although it's probably a little risky bringing the archer all the way up here by himself. He should be fine. The dark dwarves aren't really much of a threat now. Now, these, the mage and the sniper, I think it's snipers, they can pose a threat if you don't take them out quickly. Okay, neither healer can quite make it up to Luke. Luckily him and Gort, like I said, are our tanks, so our characters are going to kind of line up behind them. That's interesting. I thought for sure those... Well, it's because of the distance of my characters. The north team has made it far enough forward that the dwarves are getting ready to try to go the other direction and cut them off. So what should happen next is that mage and the snipers are probably going to start moving down as soon as I get over the bridge. But these dwarves, right now, their pathing algorithm has them staying in place, even though we're attacking them and they could move forward and attack us. They're getting the mixed signal that not only is my people right there attacking them, but my other group is coming around and basically flanking them, and they haven't quite triggered the pathing algorithm for them to start moving up. Alright, the sniper and the mage both have a 2-space range, so they're not going to be able to reach Gong where he is now. But once we go across the bridge, I am going to want to stay away from the right side, at least in front of those characters. Let's go ahead and have... Yeah, go ahead and heal yourself, just for the added experience. It's not that he really needs the health, but my healers always end up low level because usually I don't really require much healing. Let's go ahead and heal Luke up, make sure to top off all of our characters. So I want to stay on the left side of the bridge. The east group is basically going to take down these dwarves. We should meet up with the north group just below the bridge, because the mage and the snipers are going to move down here And this is basically where we're going to meet up with them at, once we take out this dwarf. And if the East team had moved farther forward faster, the snipers and the mage actually would have came across the bridge, and we would have fought them either on the bridge or right in front of the bridge. I've had that happen before. I'm kind of surprised they haven't started moving yet. And like I said, we want to remain on the left side of the bridge so we don't take any enemy fire. Chris, you're just going to stay where you were. Oh, I want to do it. You know, I am going to go ahead and do it. Now, what's not expressed in the game is... Never mind, I was thinking about the bosses. Some of the bosses don't show it whenever you look at their stats. That... What? That mage should have cast a spell right back at us and hit Teo and the main character. I don't know why it didn't. As I said, the computer does some weird stuff whenever I'm recording. And for this battle, you do have to defeat all of the enemies for the battle to be over. I don't know why these... I guess they have no sense of self-preservation. That's a nice critical hit by Luke. And now there's just the one sniper left who should not get a turn before he can get to him. And there we go. That is the end of the battle. I don't know why they didn't try to attack us at the end, but... So now we get to go and that just kind of throws me off that they just put me right back here. And where did the fortune teller lady go? Excuse me. Yeah, I'd say she was a witch. She was creepy enough looking. So anyway, what we have to do now is go interrogate the king. First, I want to look around, make sure there wasn't any treasure that I missed. And... That's odd. I seem to remember that something happened right there, but... I don't know why. Oh! Okay. I don't know what that was all about, but... Okay then. I knew there was something there, but... And then we got over here where we saw those two rune knights. Rindo, that's the next town that we're supposed to go to. I'm not entirely sure who tells us to go there. I think it's one of those things that just got cut out of the translation whenever they brought it over to the English, from Japanese to English. There's a lot about this game that they kind of cut out. He had some power over you. Did he have a snake staff? Hypnotize you like the Sultan and Aladdin? Can we forgive you? I want to say no, but in order to progress with the plot, we gotta say yes. Secret passage. Okay, as far as I can remember, there's nothing else that we really need to do here. So we go ahead and search the dragon head, and yes, we want to pull the chain. You know, I don't think water works that way. It just, like, sucked the water up to reveal the passageway. Okay, and this is the end of Chapter 1. So next time, we will begin the new chapter. There are 8 chapters total of this game, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. The subscription button will be in the lower right corner. And have a good day. Thank you.